match ready to start. Now, granted, this is gonna be interesting, right? Because before we had Peanut versus SuperStriker, which of course just that kind of matchup tends to it being a much slower paced game, right? But with Sharp and kind of the characters that Sharp plays, I really don't see that being an option here.
Wonder what the matchup between these characters is like. They're both super quick. Sheik has a really good option against spin dash in the needles. There's nothing he can do to stop that other than jumping over it. But, of course, you see this kill power and weight differential come into play in so many of Sheik's matchups. Sonic does have some pretty decent kill power. Not on a lot of his moves, but the ones that hit really hard. So we could see perhaps Sharp with the classic struggle of Sheik just not being able to take the stocks off despite doing really well throughout the entire fight. So far, he's barely been hit.
Here we go, Sharp dancing around SuperStriker as best he can, going ahead and shielding at the right times. Like that double jump as well to avoid. There we go, twice now avoided the spin dash from SuperStriker, and he's just kind of playing it slow because he knows that trying to chase the Sonic from behind as Sheik, getting that damage is going to be way too tough of a task.
Oh wow, that was a little tricky movement right there from SuperStriker. Just hit Sheik right in the face and then jumped up immediately to get the jumping punish out of shield, or at least the escape. SuperStriker, no qualms with taking his time. This guy is extremely patient. Not going to rush in against a character like Sheik, who he knows can just combo him at any time that happens.
Here we go, Nair coming out, another Nair from Sharp. Trying to keep it close here. Gets pushed off stage, but still with a pretty hefty percent lead thus far on the SuperStriker.
Alright, Sharp sticking out the long legs. That back air, pretty much her longest range aerial. Good for contesting guys with no disjoints like Sonic.
And there we go, Sharp just going to run to the other side, charge those needles. Knows how important they are, and especially if he sees SuperStriker charging that spin dash, can just throw him out, get a few quick percent.
Yeah, exactly. One of the few ways that a character can shut down spin dash so easily. Oh, so close! The aerial needle's not with enough hits done for Bouncing Fish right there. I think maybe if SuperStriker was at a higher percent, that would have comboed.
Yeah, it feels like that should have comboed, doesn't it? But just not quite enough juice on it. But still, Sharp with a percent lead. Granted, much less than it was earlier. Oof. Dwindling even more now as SuperStriker slowly bringing this back.
Yeah, and now is time to remove a stock, which is very difficult for Sheik. He's going to have to find SuperStriker in a compromising position where he can get some kind of air dodge read or Bouncing Fish, but either way, it's going to be the second hit of forward smash. SuperStriker not ready for it, and I mean, who could be, right? Sheik has a lot of those quick one-hit moves. Sometimes you're just tempted to let your shield down a little too early, and Sharp capitalizing on that very well.
Right down throw, immediately Bouncing Fish to the ledge there. We're going to see how much damage Sharp is actually able to rack up here before he ends up losing his stock. 19 so far, not bad.
Yeah, it's like 4 Sheik combos, not bad.
You know, get a fair there, maybe 4 fairs worth.
Realized that he couldn't get anything off of the fair he got right there. Just going to cut his combo short, and that's the sign of a really impressive player. Like, yeah, you can show me all your training mode combos as much as you want, but when you know to stop comboing and go for a reset, that's what I like to see.
Wow, that Nair almost KO'd. That was great. Sharp's looking good, man. Ooh.
Oh, so close to landing that Bouncing Fish. And that move's pretty strong, man. I don't know if it would have killed like sub 90 like that, but they were a little bit off the stage. Sheik does have max rage. I'm ready to be surprised today. Oh, Sharp with an excellent ledge setup, but just a little too early on the needles. Could have maybe found a KO like that as well.
Ooh, I like the timing mix up on that down air, making him drop shield a little bit later, or rather earlier than he needed to there, getting the hit. And now Sharp, I mean, still with 3 stocks, right? Because Sonic is one of those characters that sometimes you often hear people saying, "Oh man, she struggles to kill," right? And this is a scenario where Sheik, a character that people often making fun of for racking up damage and having the ability to kill, is up a firm 2 stocks right now against SuperStriker.
And this is just so damaging to the Sonic game plan of get a lead, hold it as long as possible, hurt them for trying to come in on me. Oh, forward throw? Yeah, not enough. Maybe in Smash 4 that could have killed off the top, but I doubt it. Sonic with really only one viable kill throw in this game, and that's back. Sharp just throwing these needles, making SuperStriker think twice about spin dashing. And yeah, he's a little anxious at the ledge here. He just wants to take the stock off. And who can blame him? Forward tilt finally going to do the job.
Yeah, Sharp getting a little antsy, just throwing like one needle that didn't end up hitting, and kind of getting punished for it by that forward tilt. But at this point, I mean, 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock has such, if anything, it's kind of like a, well, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like the shoe's on the other foot here, right? Like it's up to SuperStriker here to force Sharp to be in a position where he needs to approach. But Sharp, he's perfectly fine double jumping and bouncing, fishing across the stage and just throwing these needles out. And just, hey, if time comes down to it, that's all fine. Because you know what? 2 can play at that game, brother.
This is very firmly in Sharp's hands at this point. I would be shocked to see him drop the game. SuperStriker now getting a little aggressive. Let's see if he's able to make something happen. Sheik is very light, so you never know. I don't like his odds.
I do like that he's using the homing attack a little bit more, because he's been saying, all right, Sharp has been double jumping above me to try and get away. If I homing attack, I can home into him as he's trying to cross over and get some damage, but that's not going to be enough to make him win in the next 30 seconds, so.
Yeah, you might want to just save us all some time and down. Oh, hold up. Oh, he had his jump. Okay. Never mind, folks. This one's a wrap. Sharp gonna go up the first game. SuperStriker, though, still fighting. I appreciate that. He's got moxie.
And there we go. Sharp's gonna go ahead and win game 1. Doesn't even care if he gets hit there, because it's like, I can just sit on the revival platform, and that's gonna be the game. So.
Oh, no timeout. Poggers, boys.
Poggers. All
right. Got 1 out of 1 games with Sonic not going to a timeout.
There we go. Sharp saying, hey, doesn't matter if you're Sonic or anybody else, if you've got the skills. And especially with someone like Sheik, right? Like Sonic, he runs fast, and of course, has a spin dash for kind of variations on getting from one side of the stage to the other. And Sheik has that bouncing fish to just kind of say, all right, I'm double jumping, and so I'm over here now. And oh, I'm on the other side. And it's like giving SuperStriker kind of a taste of, I mean, I'm sure he's used to it, you know what I mean? We saw him playing against Peanut earlier, and that went to timeout multiple times. He's used to kind of playing that scenario, but I doubt runs into Sheiks that do that pretty often.
Yeah, I feel like Sheik is one of those characters that might actually have to win by timeout in certain matchups, right? And against Sonic certainly seems like one of them. If you try to rush this guy for a kill, I don't know, maybe you get back aired or forward smashed or something happens to you, or you just get clipped up by a bunch of spin dash damage. I mean, off 1 spin dash to aerial, Sonic gets like 15 to 20, and Sheik gets that off 5 forward airs. So you can get outpaced for sure if you're not patient. I think I'm a big fan of the way that Sharp is playing this set. Just beat him at his own game.
Man, so I'm wondering. Looks like he dipped out of the, I know he's over there. We'll see what's going on here.
Stage choice, taking him a second maybe.
Yeah, this is interesting, man. This is getting down to the wire. This could be another long set, so definitely buckle up.
Yeah, we could see 5 games, all nearing timer.
And I'm also wondering what the counterpick is going to be. Like, because that was FD, and Sharp, like, if anything, he kind of liked that quite a bit, just because it forces Sonic to either burn his double jump to land without having to refresh on a platform. And if he lands, that means you get a free chance to throw out needles pretty uncontested. But with that said, looks like we are going to go right back to FD.
Yeah, Battlefield mode, or Battlefield in FD mode first, and now the real thing. Maybe there's like a visual agreement between them, because this stage does get very difficult to see on at certain points, especially if there's like black or red characters on the screen. Either way, it's been SuperStriker just chilling on one side of the stage, holding this 20% lead, and Sharp choosing very careful moments to decide to approach and charging needles when he realizes he has time. I feel like Sonic can get in on you for trying to charge. Like, there's a slight delay between... Oh! Alright, there's a slight delay between Sheik charging the needles and being able to block. Very small, but you can interrupt it.
Go. Double jump bouncing fish to the other side of the stage, tries to charge one needle and immediately shields, recognizing that SuperStriker is going to go ahead and push forward. Sharp with a very slight % lead right here.
Actually, I think you can cancel the needles faster in Ultimate than you could in Smash 4.
I think you're right on that. I believe that is true.
Yeah, in Smash 4 you could definitely hit her for it. There it looked almost impossible. So I apologize for that misleading statement. But either way, Sharp getting some damage on the board, and things have been looking great for him since. You see SuperStriker start to rush it a little bit, and that's exactly when his gameplay goes off, or game plan goes off the rails. He knows that Sharp is just as committed to playing patiently as he is. Oh, that was so brilliant off of the homing attack.
And just not enough juice. It was very close to KOing there. Actually surprised they was able to survive, but Sheik not necessarily known for packing the most punch there. Down smash, not going to be enough. Surprise is set to the right, but sometimes they do that, I guess.
Yeah, that was tragic, because it's already hard enough for this character to kill, and then sometimes one of your few kill moves will send them the wrong way. Alright, down throw. Not even a fair, wow. No ground underneath him to get the dash though, so probably just couldn't line it up.
Right,
Sharp. Needles at the ready.
I mean, we already know kind of what we're in for, right? Based off of how that first game went, we know what Sharp's game plan is here. And it's really kind of up to SuperStriker here to bring it back. The last match, he never really got to a point where he was close enough. Oh, yeah, don't roll in there. Never really got to a point where it was close enough for him to actually pull his way back into the lead. Ooh.
Juicy string there from Sharp. And using the back air as the combo placement hit instead of fair gets you so much more damage. Then the chunky bouncing fish to close it.
Okay, SuperStriker on the ledge. Nice dash attack from Sharp there. Very quick option from Sheik there to get the punish. Just going to keep throwing out those nairs to the ledge trap. Very tough move to deal with. Goes for the bouncing fish there, even though it wasn't true, just to check him. Oh man, this is tough for SuperStriker right now. Sharp is doing such a good job of icing him out. He said, hey man, you're going to hit me or not? And there we go. Gets the beautiful conversion to the up air to KO off the top. And we have almost a carbon copy of the last game.
Oh, back throw not nearly strong enough. This is not looking great for SuperStriker. Finally gets a stock. He's got 3 minutes to play with, 3.5. But I don't know, man. It feels like Sharp has just shut down so many of his approaches, just with needles alone. And having better buttons than Sonic in the form of fair, nair, back air could be really tough for him to close this gap.
Yeah, and they just have less end lag, and they just come out quicker too. This makes it very easy to say, oh, did he whiff something? I'll just throw out a move, get a quick hit in, and even if it's not a whole lot of damage, if I get that quick hit in a few times over the course of a match, it really starts to add up, and we're seeing it play out to great effect here. I mean, Sharp only losing a stock at this point and taking no damage on the second with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. He's looking good here. SuperStriker has to play the aggressor, but also has to play the aggressor in such a way where he wins neutral so many times in a row that he's actually able to bring this back, and I don't see that happening, but I'd love for him to prove me wrong.
Yeah, again, playing this timeout game, it's a double-edged sword. You leave yourself with not enough time to make the comeback. And at this point, I mean in this game rather, SuperStriker never had the lead, aside from the first minute, if that, when he had a 20% lead on Sharp. But now this is just like way out of his reach. No matter what happens, he basically has to bank on 2 SDs from Sharp.
Yeah, Sharp running all the way to the other side. They said, you know what? I'm not going to press my advantage here. I'm just going to go ahead, take the guaranteed stuff, get some needles, and I'm going to throw them.
You see how Sharp tried to roll to get the good punish on homing attack? and he actually just rolled into the super far distance of it. You gotta feel bad. Such great counterplay.
No
oh,
way.
No. No
That
way.
DI. What?
Yeah, I don't know if he knew where he was going on that one. Or that move is just that strong. I think I've only seen it hit like twice in this game.
Homeboy went straight left, bro.
That was gross. Yeah, I don't know what the attempted DI was on that. If that just kills at that percent, though, that's pretty wild.
I'm hip. I'm head out. Yeah. All right, there we go. Sharp looking comfortable, up 2-0 in the set. Potentially gonna win this set 3-0 if this next game plays out similarly to the way these past two have. I mean, these have been convincing victories from Sharp. The timeout on the first stock, convincing. That, what was that? It was 2 stock on that second game there.
Yeah.
Also very convincing. It just looks like for SuperStriker, he's not getting enough hits in. That's really what it comes down to. He's just not able to touch Sharp at all.
Yeah, pretty much every approach just getting shut down. And just, again, Needles versus Spin Dash being such a good tool for Sheik. I think that has made him really struggle here. Like, there are other ways that Sonic can fight, for sure. And you probably just need to start looking into those for dealing with Sharp's Sheik. Otherwise, I think he's fine with playing this timeout game. Characters like Sheik, who have the whole you could build a lot of damage but can't kill problem, they don't mind fighting timer matchups. Like, that's fine for them, because they don't have to kill.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, I'll rack up the damage, rack up the damage, rack up the damage, and eventually a victor will be decided. And as long as I play the nooch good enough, it should be me. There we go. He's thinking about what the counterpick's going to be. Are we going to go back to FD a third time, you think? Or you think we might go to like a stage of platforms?
I think we're going to see something different, but then again, it is Sonic counterpicking, and Sonic likes FD and big open stages, so wouldn't be shocked to see him go back for a third time.
Only the time will tell.
See how I set that up, so no matter what, I can't be wrong.
I mean, that's the way to do it, right? Like, isn't that the
It's
commentator option select? Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, that's crazy. Well, it's
Thank you
okay.
for coming to my seminar on commentary. Everyone in chat owes me $250, but send it to Collision instead.
Definitely would appreciate the dono. You know, let it rock. I get RJ a little bit of his money back. Definitely going to help out quite a bit. We'll super appreciate it. If you broke, that's cool too. We appreciate the fact that you just watching. If you're not broke and you don't want to donate but you're watching, that's more than enough, man. Any support we can get, we take.
Yeah, don't feel like you're not doing enough if you can't donate. Please, you're more than welcome to stay here, chat it up, enjoy the games. That definitely goes a long way for us as well. Make sure to drop the follows, subscriptions, all that good stuff as well. Keep the support system flowing for Collision Smash. Again, RJ and his team and his events have carried Tri-State more than almost anybody out there can say. So, big props to them, and please show the support that they're due. These guys are amazing.
You know, I got hit with the mix up there. He loaded into the lobby, the battle was about to start, and he said, "Sight." All right, here we go.
Dancing.
Now we really in it.
All right, potentially the final game of the tournament for SuperStriker, but potentially the beginning of a very long set between these guys. Two characters that have a lot of speed, but use it more defensively than offensively, I'd say. So this is certainly liable to being another very long set like SuperStriker versus Peepnut was. But right now, Sharp just so demanding, or commandingly in the lead. 2-0, and he's been really closing the door on this guy every game.
There we go, jumping around the stage. We do have the platforms this time around, and we're going to see who that ends up helping out more. I'm really curious to see if the addition of platforms makes the game plan even easier for Sharp, or actually gives him a little bit of difficulty because there's another angle of approach he has to look out for.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this will work out, but I do think it bodes well for Sheik. Getting some drag down stuff going, drop through platforms, trapping landings with up smash, getting guaranteed sweet spot. That said, SuperStriker has surprised all of us by making it into top 6 of this tournament. Relatively unheard of before this, outside of, you know, Wi-Fi and Europe.
Yeah, Canyon in there. I mean, this is the closest we've seen these two yet. Slight lead that gets taken away. They're going back and forth here. Sharp you know, pulling ahead once again. But if SuperStriker is able to kind of keep it this close for the majority of the game, could have a very different set here. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Almost sliced
Sharp. So close, man. If he had just dashed a little further to the left, that would have been a dead Sonic. And I think that's a big part of why the stage is going to favor Sheik a little bit more than everybody's least favorite Blue Hedgehog. Just kidding. All right, back air. Oh, almost. But yeah, SuperStriker going to make it right back. Spin dash, double jump, and he's back yet again. But how is he going to take care of this stock? Sheik is still relatively healthy at 63 here. But fortunately for SuperStriker, it's not like he's at risk of death if he goes in and tries to make something happen. Nothing's really killing for Sheik other than smash attacks and bouncing fish right now.
Yeah, even throwing out the grenade there, right? Just kind of covers the whole ground for if he tries to approach. He's like, all right, I can't spin dash through that. I have to wait. And it buys a little bit of extra time. And Sharp just doing such a good job in the corner right now. And the thing about being in the corner as well is, like, sometimes you think generally, all right, being in the corner is a bad thing. But when you're under a platform, it kind of limits your angles of approach quite a bit. Oh my goodness, what a catch.
Yeah, it's like you can be pseudo in the corner by hanging out under the platform. Because you're close to the edge, but you're not quite there. You still have room to retreat, and like you said, the platform makes it a little harder for them to come in on you. Oh, okay. Aggressive response there from Sharp, but finds himself right in the way of a back air. Sheik, being paper thin, almost died to that.
If anything, that's like perfect for Sharp. Kind of unfortunate for SuperStriker there, because definitely needed that KO as soon as possible. We've seen how long it can take for SuperStriker to get a KO on Sharp. Getting one right there, that back air, definitely is going to be a game changer. But since he was unable to do so, that means Sharp can have a much easier time racking up that extra damage.
Yeah, and letting the timer run in the process. Again, every second that goes by, SuperStriker's putting himself in a worse spot, being that he's down. And Sheik has a pretty good time avoiding kill moves. Sonic's very fast and can catch up with her, but, you know, to line up one of those big hits like back air, forward smash, it's not that easy. Smart by Sharp, knowing another hit of that spin dash was coming. Didn't keep his guard down. Oh.
Yeah, that up air just narrowly missing there. Could have been a nice... Wow. Wow, was actually able to get the two-frame on the vanish there with that back air. Sharp definitely not expecting that. Thought he was good. But that gives SuperStriker another chance to go ahead and rack up some damage. Just aggressively approaching on the Sharp, but Sharp still doing such an immaculate job of avoiding the hits.
Yeah, he's shutting down all these approaches. Oh! And still just can't get the needles to combo into bouncing fish. I believe that it is a damage-related thing, and Sonic needs to be at a higher percent. Sharp is fine with this opposite sides of the stage game. Just gives him more time for needles.
And the other thing is that, like, since this isn't like the forbidden game, right? Saying PM or P plus or whatever, it's not like he's gonna like spin cancel and dash grab or something. So if he just shields and waits, it's not like, all right, I'll take some shield damage, but at least I'm not like getting any extra damage added, like percent wise. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm fine just sitting here and waiting.
Yeah, exactly. And as fast as he is, his dash grab is kind of cheeks. So shielding against Sonic at mid-range is generally pretty safe. That said, you know, when your shield starts evaporating and getting whittled down, it could get poked, or, you know, other bad stuff can happen to you. So very smart by Sharp, though, just staying on the move. He's not camping him out from one spot. He's not really even camping him out. He's just being very opportune with when he decides to hit him.
There we go. 2 minutes on the clock here. Sharp still with a pretty sizable lead on a SuperStriker, kind of in the mid-range percent-wise. Looking like Sharp might be on the verge of getting this 3-0.
Oh, rolls right into that down air. That was definitely not intended to hit anybody. It was just a way for SuperStriker to cancel his spin dash. But hey, it worked out for him. Trying up that homing attack, making sure Sharp's shield deteriorates as much as possible before he launches it.
You see Sharp just kind of immediately double jump and bouncing fish into the ledge to kind of buy some time with the invulnerability to give Shield some time to get some juice back, but...
Oh, a little too late for SuperStriker, but either way, still finds a kill. 60% down. Minute and 10 to go. What does he have for this, man? Sheik doesn't hit that hard, too, so if they're going blow for blow, Sonic might actually be able to... Uh-oh.
Alright, that was, what, 20% off one exchange? If it stays like that, that's 2 more exchanges. There we go. Sharp widening the gap just a little bit.
Yeah, doing a great job of keeping the pace in his favor. Ooh, and now SuperStriker might be reaching a little bit too hard. He was cooking for a second, but wow. Okay, I thought he died. I was gonna say that's way too early. And that forward smash ends deceptively quickly, man. Sharp using the intangibility on his dodges so well against homing attack. You don't really see a lot of players do that. They just get tempted to hold shield. And right there he had to, because he wasn't sure if he'd be able to roll in time or spot dodge.
20 seconds on the clock. Is he going to time him out?
I think so, sir, but maybe he'll find the skill. Just can't overextend in the process of doing so. But it would be literally impossible to drop this lead at this point. I think Sonic's only like crazy way to steal that set would be like spin dash into dare spike, but I don't even know if that works or would kill. So here it is, Sharp advancing 3-zip over SuperStriker in a pretty intense set. I mean, like, I feel like people view timeouts very negatively in Smash, but when you know that a match is likely to go to time, it makes every single hit matter so much.
Yeah, and I think Sharp just played the matchup amazing, right? Like, he's like, all right, if I don't get the lead, I know exactly what's going to happen to me. I've seen my brethren fall to these stall tactics, and just got to win my exchanges and make sure I always keep the lead so that cannot happen to me, and did exactly that.